As we know, students, already, the thing is, the force between any two charges in just a air medium is what we call F is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by distance square, that we know, right? So this is for what medium? This is for air medium. So I'll call this equation as 1. Let me indicate with F naught for air medium now. Or you can take FA also, not an issue. Usually we go for F naught. Okay, if you keep these two charges in some other medium, what will happen? The force become in medium, that is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon, just epsilon, right? It is. So, or you can say epsilon naught multiplied by epsilon r. We should multiplied by what now? Q1, Q2, its magnitude divided by distance is same. We will take a distance square. It is for some other medium. Let us take equation number 2. Okay, now what we do now? So we divide these two equations to know how these two are related. So if I take F naught divided by Fm. So what is going to cancel? Straight away cancel without writing one more step. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is going to cancel. Q1, Q2 magnitude R square and Q1, Q2 magnitude and R square is going to cancel. If we cancel these two, what we're going to get left is what now? So it is, you're going to get what now? Epsilon R divided by 1. So this I'll write just like what now? F naught divided by Fm is equal to what now? Epsilon R. Correct it is. So this is the formula for relative permittivity in terms of force between the charges when we kept in two different medium. One medium is taken as air medium, one is taken as some other medium. Example, if I take, you can take a water medium, means we kept the both charges inside the water. So that we are going to do. So this is a one more relation. This will help you to find out the value of relative permittivity. And I hope that I have given the values of relative permittivity for different mediums. Okay, no, not given. So this relative permittivity epsilon r will be equal to 1 for what medium? For air medium. So this value of epsilon r is equal to what now? 80 for water. And this will vary for different medium. Don't worry about that. In the question, it will be mentioned to you. Okay, if that is necessary, it will be mentioned to you. That is the relative permittivity of the medium is this much. So this is about what now? Permittivity and this concept. So is there any doubt regarding the students? Is there any doubt regarding this permittivity? So please let me know in the chat box so that we'll move on to the next topic. Purnesh, Monica, Dhanush, Fatma, Vaibhavi, Sarvesh. Okay. So now the thing is, till up to what we have done, no? We have done force. So force is what type of quantity? Do you know? Is it a scalar or vector quantity? It is a vector quantity, right? As we know vector quantity, then what is missing till now here? What we are doing? We are missing something, right? What we have done till now? We have just found using Coulomb's law the value of magnitude of a charge, means magnitude of a force, but we never mentioned anywhere till now what direction actually force is acting, right? So in order to mention the direction of force, we need to go for a new topic. That new topic is what we call vector form of Coulomb's law. Vector form of Coulomb's law. Why we are going for a vector form? Because force is a vector quantity. It must have direction as well as magnitude. So till up to now we dealt with already what now magnitude. We know magnitude and we need to know what now what actually the direction of force. So to understand this one, let us go for in this way. Let us consider a charge Q1 and one more charge somewhere here Q2, and these two are separated, right? These two are separated by some distance. Let's say R. The distance between them, let's say R it is. Now I'll take later more particularly what exactly is R. Now imagine that, so both are positive in nature and we have fixed Q1, okay, and Q2 is set free. Now since Q1 is fixed, it cannot move anywhere, so Q2 is free to move. So Q1 will exert a force on Q2, right? Because both are positive nature. So like charges repel each other. So what will happen? Q1 is going to exert a force on Q2. Since Q2 is set free, what will happen? This Q2 is going to move in this direction. So this I'm going to write force on second charge due to first charge. Here F21 is indicating that force on Q2 due to Q1. So what is F21 now? Force on Q2 due to Q1. Now if I go for reverse way. So if I fix Q2 and if I set Q1 is free, what will happen? So this Q2 also exert, right? So in what direction the force is going to exert now? In this direction it is going to exert. This is what we call force on first charge due to second charge. F12 we say. F12 we say. I can say now this is force on Q1 due to what now? Due to Q2. This is the one thing. So these two are clear now. So now I need to set the equation now. I need to write the vector form. So let us take now first F12. Okay, F21 I'm going to take force on second charge due to first charge. Vector is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Of course, we are doing for this one for what type of medium? Air medium. Keep in mind. We almost take what type of medium here? Only air medium. Okay, multiplied by magnitude of a charge Q1, Q2 divided by distance I take a R21 square, that is here we take R21 into R21 cap. Here the question will come to mind. What is actually meaning of R21 cap? Because we know, so we studied in the previous chapters like first year, how to represent a vector. It must containing magnitude and direction. If I take any vector, let's say a vector, it will be what now? It's a magnitude value multiplied by direction. So this a cap is there now. This a cap is especially indicating direction. As I know, this a cap is especially indicating what now? Direction. Here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R21 square is indicating what now? Is indicating magnitude, and here R21 cap is there no? This is indicating direction. So the R21 directions are from where to where? It is a direction from first charge to second charge. Okay, F21 is what now? Q2. So here what now it is? R21 is what? R21 cap is direction vector from Q1 to Q2. From where to where it is? Q1 to Q2. So this is what. So is it clear to all of you now? So this is the first vector notation. See F21 indicating what now? Force on second due to first charge. Okay, force on second due to first charge means the force will be from 1 to 2, right? That's the reason direction vector from where to where? 1 to 2. This will be like this now. R21 cap. So let us take this equation number 1. This is a vector form. This is what now vector form for force on second charge due to first. Similarly, if I go for force on 1 due to second will be what now? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into magnitude of what now? Q1, Q2 divided by R12 square into R12 cap. So this is what we call equation number 2. Here R12 is what now? R12 is indicating direction from Q2 to Q1. Now this will be in what direction now? If I hit a diagram, look at the diagram now. This will be in this direction now. R12. Now if you look at the diagram, this R12 cap and R21 cap, in what direction they are? They are in opposite direction, right? So I can write here now from diagram. I can say now R12 cap is equal to R21 cap, because look at here, distance from this point to this point. If I take this point as A, this point B, magnitude is same, but they are different direction. How can we indicate different direction? By inserting negative sign. So now I can use this relation either in equation number 1 and equation number 2. I want to find out the relation between F21 and F12. Okay, I need to go for that. Before going to that, so please have a look at the slide. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If there is no doubt, means let me know, so that based on your opinion, I'm going to move for the next slide. Okay. Yes, no doubt, students. Can you move on to the next thing? Yeah. Look at now. I'm going to use this relation. Which relation? Yeah. I'm going to use this relation here. R21 and R12 and then opposite direction. Can we use this equation like equation number 1 in the place of R21 or in the place in the equation number 2? Okay, let me take equation number 3 it is. In the place of R12, can we replace and write negative sign of R21? Okay, so I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it here from equation number 2 and 3. Yeah. From equation number 2 and 3. So yeah, I will write the equation number 2 and 3 are not required actually. So what is equation number 2? This is F12. F12 vector equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by magnitude of Q1 Q2 divided by R12 square into R12 cap. So this is equation number 2. As we know, this is equation number 2. I'm writing one more time. Equation number 3 is what now? R12 cap equal to minus R21 cap. Equation number 3. Now what I just do, I'll insert the values now. This R12 to where now? Here and here. So if you insert, it will become what now? F12 vector is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by magnitude of Q1 Q2 divided by R12 become what now? R21. And since square is there, negative sign become what now? Positive sign. It is just like square multiplied by minus R21 cap. So I'll take a negative sign outside. I'll write like minus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. So Q1, Q2 divided by R21 square. This R21 is there, no? R21 cap. Now, do you remember equation number 1? Or actually equation number 1? F21 vector equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught magnitude of Q1, Q2 divided by R21 square into R21 cap. Now look at this equation what we taken here, F12 vector. Apart from negative sign, remaining thing exactly look like F21, right? Can we replace this remaining part with F21, this portion? So if you replace, what we're going to get now? So it will become what now? F12 vector is equal to minus as it is. This will become F21. It is F21 vector. So from this equation, we can understand that. What we can understand? Newton's third law. So what is Newton's third law says actually? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, right? So here, force on first charge due to second charge is equal to force on second charge due to first charge. But what direction? They are in opposite direction. So from this I can say Coulomb's law obey Newton's third law. Newton's third law. So I can say, or alternatively, it is in accordance with Newton's third law of motion. Okay, sir, here what actually we need to write for examination. For PU level examination, they'll ask you to just mention vector form and explain the terms. So just you need to write either this equation or this equation, either equation number 1 or equation number 2. And we need to mention that what is F21, what is epsilon naught, what is Q1 and Q2, what is R21, what is R12, whatever. So you need to explain, that is the thing you need to remember. So once again I'll write here, what is F21, that already given to you here in the previous slide. If you look at what is F21, force on 2. So Q2, force on Q2 due to Q1. What is epsilon naught? Permittivity of free space. And what is R21? Cap, indicating direction from Q1 to Q2. And what is Q1 and Q2? Magnitude of charges. Magnitude of charges. So this is about Coulomb's law and its vector notation. Okay, yeah. So please have a look at this, students. If anything is there, you can ask me. If not, we'll proceed for next thing. Is there any doubt regarding this topic? Okay, Manoj MG is not there, right? Okay. Yeah. Padma, Sarvesh, Tarun, Danush, Manasa. Yeah. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clear? This topic is clear? Yeah. So now let us move on to next thing. So till now we have done what now? Force between what now? Only two charges. How many? Two charges. Sir, what if there are more than two charges? That is what we call force between what now? Multiple charges. We move on. We proceed for that. Force between multiple charges. Okay, so next topic is what now? Force between what now? Force between multiple charges. Now we take one by one. So look at now there are many charges are there now. So let us say one charge here, Q1. Let's say second charge, Q2. The distance between these two, let us say now, are 1, 2. Let's say there's a one more charge here, Q3. Distance between these two is how much now? R 1, 3. Cap, we are going to indicate the direction. If I take third charge somewhere here, Q3. Distance between these two, let's say R1. Okay, this is fourth charge, R14 cap. Like you can say many till what now? Qnth charge. Distance is R1n cap. Now we need to go for individually first. I'll go for force between first two and first and second and first and third and first and fourth and continuation I'll do. So this continuation I'll do and then I'm going to add them vectorially. Now look at now force between Q1 and Q2. We need to find the force on Q1 and due to remaining charges. So force between Q1 and Q2, or I can say in this way, force on Q1 due to Q2. Force on Q1 due to what of Q2? This is given by force on 1 due to 2 is given by what formula? Is given by 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 its magnitude divided by distance R12 square into R12 cap. Now force on Q1 due to Q3. Force on Q1 due to Q3, it will be like what now? F13 vector that is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 its magnitude divided by R12 R13 square into R13 cap, and this will continue. That I can say force on first one due to nth charge is given by 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Qn divided by R1n square into R1n cap. Now, as per the principle of superposition, so we can directly write now F the total force due to this entire system on a Q1 is vector is given by force on 1 due to 2 plus force on 1 due to 3 plus force on 1 due to 4 plus so on plus force on 1 due to n. Now look at these equations, force on 1 due to 2, force on 1 due to 3, all those things. What is actually constant? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is same for all. No, we can take common. We take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. What else is common? Q1 is common, right, in all the equations. Let's say Q1 is common. So remaining I'm going to write here. It will be Q2 divided by R12 square into R12 cap plus Q3 divided by R13 square into R13 cap plus so on plus Q4, not Q4, Qn divided by R1n square into R1n cap. Sir, where exactly we can use this formula? The question will come to mind. Sir, you wrote the equations. There are many equations. Okay, we well understood. Of course, some of you didn't even understand. But the thing is still where we can use these equations, especially when you are finding the force due to multiple charges. Like in a nature, as we know, each and every particle is made up of charge and they attract and they repel each other, as we know. And we cannot always say there is only one charge exist. If I take an simple helium itself, there are 2 protons are there and 2 electrons are there. They are going to repel and attract each other. And we always take hydrogen for simplest case of 1 proton, 1 electron. But as we go in nature, there's a more complex system is there. Like helium, I told you, if you go for a little higher material, like atoms of uranium, so it will be completely different way we need to deal. So there we can find out what now the force is between the charges. Okay, so this is what now force between multiple charges, and we need to take direction even properly. Okay, so is it clear to all of you now the force between multiple charges?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Then this is about the forces. Coulomb's law, permittivity of the medium, force between 2 charges, vector notation of Coulomb's law. And then what we have gone? We have gone with what now? We are done with force between multiple charges. There are many charges over there. How can we find the force between them? Okay. So with this topic, we are going to end up the today's session. Okay. So in the next class, we continue with this next topics, like how to find the electric field. The next topic will come what now? Electric field. Before going to that electric field, I request means we will look at the questions which is asked in the NCERT book based on what now? Based on Coulomb's law. Okay. So we look at those questions and then we continue with that. Okay. Yes.